Hi everyone, welcome to your holiday alchemy scope. You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. So let's take a look at the macro cycle, the energy set, or the story that's imbuing the field for all of us at this time. The new moon in Sagittarius occurred on December 11th, and it occurred at 19 degrees Sagittarius. The Sabian symbol that is aligned with that degree point is, in an old-fashioned northern village, men cut the ice of a frozen pond for use during the summer. I love this symbol because for me what this is talking about is preparation. It's an optimistic view and a preparation for the future ahead, brighter days ahead. Now, if we move on to the Christmas full moon, I added that to this scope because I'm posting these late. It's a fascinating one. It's very appropriate for the astrological events that are aligned. A cat arguing with a mouse is going to be the Sabian symbol that is imbued at the full moon point of 3 degrees Cancer on Christmas Day. And interestingly, there is an opposition on Christmas Day between Mars in Libra, which is relationships, and Uranus in Aries, which is I, me, mine. So this is going to be an interesting dynamic between action of harmony in relationships and the sudden impetus for action of the self. And a lot of people are gathering with family over the course of this holiday season, and particularly on this day. So let's hold it all lightly and understand that there's a bigger cycle playing out, and there's a way to be responsible for our own thoughts and own actions as we navigate this dynamic, a cat arguing with a mouse Christmas Day. Scorpio, let's take a look at your energy set or your microcycle over the course of this next chapter. You received the I Ching hexagram number 2, the receptive. And the 2 trigrams that make up this hexagram are earth above, earth below. A natural responsiveness brings about success through support and perseverance rather than through bold action. Do not be too assertive at this time. Learning to receive is an optimal focus. Take your time and draw strength from carefulness. Focus more on feeling than on action. Be broad and deep in your attitudes so that you can accept what comes with grace and equanimity. Be receptive and spacious like the ocean. Let the river of changing developments flow. This time is optimal to be in a state of pure natural responsiveness that is based on inner strength rather than outer show. Scorpio, welcome to your holiday alchemy scope. So this is running from the Sagittarius new moon to the Capricorn new moon in January. And because of the bridge point between 2015 and 2016, long story short is the new moon timings have been shifting. So my December scope was up until the Sagittarius new moon on December 11th. And then this holiday scope will be the bridge. And then the next one will be the January 2016 scope. Okay? I hope that made sense. For those of you who've been tuning in, you know what I'm talking about. So I've already shuffled. I'm using my Siri deck, and we're going to pull the synchronic spread this month again. And I am forming a new spread that might start in January 2016. Okay, so I'm comfortable with the synchronic, and it feels perfectly appropriate for this holiday spread, but it might shift in 2016. We'll see. We'll see. It might, it might fluctuate a bit. So we're going to do as we've done in the last couple sessions, last 2 months of scopes, and I'm going to pull the Carolyn Miss archetype cards, and I'll have you tune in to intuitively choose your own quality set that's asking to be evolved through you this month. And then I have a beautiful new addition here. This is the Enchanted Map deck by Colette Baron Reed. It's quite stunning, so I'm excited to pull that as the guidance for you this month. So let's see what's coming up. This is Scorpio, a main event, circumstance, or situation that may be likely coming forward for at least the majority of Scorpio-centric people out there. Now, a note that I realize that this isn't the most ideal angle. The reason why I did it, though, even though there's reflection and it's at an, it's angled and you don't see right on top of it, was because I really wanted this spread to be just more atmospheric, and I really wanted the lighting, and I wanted you to see the plants, and so it was quite something to even just try to get the scene so that you get at least a little flavor. So don't worry though, I'll pick up the cards. You'll be able to see them as I always do. Let's see what's coming up. Okay. So Scorp, let me pull these, turn these over. These are not traditional reversals, as you know if you've tuned in before. They just provide additional information for the section. So Scorp, I went ahead and stopped the video because I think that I turned over a card that was actually already upright. But this is the deal. I was going to stop the video, and I was going to reshuffle and pull another spread and film a new video. However, I'm not going to do that. And the reason why I'm not going to do that is because I think this was completely intentional, like it was done on purpose. There's no accident. There was a reason why this came up where it did. So I'll explain it as I pull the cards. Okay, so let's just continue with the spread. So the central issue, now keep in mind, this is a holiday scope. This is going to be from the December 11th new moon up until the 9th of January cap new moon. So this is through the holiday season, thus the holiday scope. People are going to be seeing each other. This is going to be a lot of family seeing each other and friends seeing each other. For you, the central issue, Scorpio, is about connecting to a place and discerning the energy of that place. It could very well be that you're going back home or to a family home. But this is the deal. In the foundation sector, the family card came up. That's me and my grandpa. My wonderful grandpa. So this card, I think, came up upright. But what I had done was I had pulled the discernment card thinking that it needed another card because it had come up quote unquote reversed. I don't know if this is going to make sense to all of you, but this card wasn't supposed to come up essentially in the position that it did, but it did. And I think that there's a reason for that. There's no accidents. In fact, I would say this is the first time in a year I've been doing scopes that's ever happened. And there's no mistake. So think about it though. Having discernment with family, how appropriate is that for the holidays? It's highly, highly reasonable to think that indeed, Scorpio, you're going to have discernment coming up with regards to communications with family. The communication card came up in the mental sector for you. So you're going to be thinking about how you communicate with family. You're going to be thinking about how do you need to be, or what do you need to hone, or how do you need to create boundaries around what you say with regard to family. Now again, this is the holiday season, right? So it's very reasonable. This is a completely logical spread. It is going to be a lesson for you. So emotionally, you're going to feel a little bit tested with regard to how you defend yourself. So, for example, do you become irritable and irritated and agitated and angry when you feel that something, you've been treated unfairly, or that you're not being heard, or that whatever tensions are coming up in the family or the friend spheres during this season of getting together, that you're going to be really in a state of understanding that you're going through some testing. You're pushing up against some growth edges where it comes to your defensiveness. How do you defend yourself? Do you get irritable and angry, or do you actually hold your boundaries in grace? And in, kind of in resolution, like you know that you don't have to get upset or angry. You just know, what you're going to engage with and what you're not going to engage with. What's healthy and loving to you. It does have to do with a place, like what I would say is a lot of you are going to be going back home. So this is about a connection to a place. It could be your old community, like the town you grew up in. But it's interesting because it's very specifically, Spirit is very specifically bringing up the energy card. So what I'm gathering, and it has to do with connecting, listening, but I'm getting that it's the energy of the place for you, like you're more sensitive to the actual energies of the location of the place that you're going to be visiting, and that it's going to be bringing up issues about how people hear you, how you hear people. Do you listen? Do other people listen to you? How are you heard? How are you received? But the energy, you're going to be sensitive to the energies at hand. So that's to be honored. Honor what you need. If you need space, for example, take the space. And also take it all with a bit of a grain of salt. Things are intense now, and everybody's going through their own soul process, their own soul growth process. You'll be able to handle it, Scorpio. So emotionally, you are going to be tapped in that it is indeed a lesson. Okay? But it's okay. All is well. It's the holidays too. So just take it all with a grain of salt. Understand that everything is okay. Nothing is wrong. The stuff that's coming up, that's activating you, is just showing you this lesson of defensiveness. How is it that you choose to defend yourself at this time? Do you choose to get angry, or do you choose to hold your boundary as you need to hold it, in order to love yourself and honor yourself and deeply respect yourself? Beautiful. So let's pull up the other cards and see what is coming up for you. So again, as I've done last month, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and pull 3 Carolyn Miss archetype cards and have you tune in and see which one is the most accurate for you during this time. So for Scorpio, the main quality set that wants to... So I'm going to keep that one out. So companion came up. Okay, so I'm going to keep this one out for all of us because it flipped, and I want you to tune in. And plus, when they fly out like that, when we're doing the intuitive pull, it's happened a couple times before. It feels like that's for the collective. So that message is for all Scorpios. Okay, so let's pull the first card for Scorpio. And the second card for Scorp. Okay. And the third. Okay, Scorp, so please go ahead and tune in. See which of these three that are reversed call you the most. Okay? And then I'll read the companion card when we're done with the beautiful Colette Baron Reed Enchanted Map deck. And this is going to be your guidance for this month. She has some her writing is very resonant with me. Her thinking is very resonant with mine. I really appreciate her articulate nature and how the language that she uses. So let's see, Scorp. Beautiful. Wow, you know, I have to tell you, Field of Dreams is coming up for you. We received this for another sign. And I have to tell you, it feels rich. It feels rich because the Field of Dreams, dear Scorpio, is all about the field of pure potentiality. It is about you really authentically awakening to your inner alchemist. Let me read it. Okay, and this is card number 21. Okay, here we go. So Scorpio, so Field of Dreams is your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are always engaging the vast field of pure potentiality. Upright. This is the perfect time to harness the field of vast potential not yet realized in your life. Great abundance is yours if you're willing to do the work alongside the gentle gardener. The gentle gardener is another card. Be clear about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Concentrate on your best life, regardless of the temporary outer conditions imposed upon you by the greater world, which has its own story to tell. You have a basket full of seeds that are quite powerful, for your talents are divinely inspired and will indeed lead you to great harvest to be shared with others. You will reap what you have sown. Dream big, dream beautiful, take action and tend to the garden of your life and experience the extraordinary. Gorgeous, Scorpio. I love this for you. It feels it's appropriate. It's appropriate for every sign, but certainly for Scorpios, you know, there is a power that you are inherently keyed into. It's that Plutonian power, and it's time to direct it. You're called to direct it. You need to stand in your power. It's time, it's time, it's time. So, companion is coming up, okay? Now, with the spread, this doesn't feel too odd, but let me read it. So what wants to be matured for all Scorpios at this time is moving out of betrayal by misusing confidences or a loss of personal identity. Now, again, we were talking about family, you know, the holidays and family and communications not being heard. So, you know, that we can lose our identity with family if we're not holding our boundaries, you know, about that defensive card. What wants to be matured, Scorpio, is loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. And this is about, you know, with you, like you to you, to be tenacious with you, to be unselfish with you, to be loving to you. When you're loving to you, you're loving to others, but you have to be loving to you first. Okay, beautiful. So Scorpio, if you pick the far left card, oh my goodness, gorgeous. Artist. So let me read. So the shadow attributes of artist, Scorpio, are using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. What wants to be matured is expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Love, love, love. And because the poet card has already come up twice in readings, I'm thinking that this symbolic message is really ripe right now. Gorgeous. Okay, center card. Ooh, lover is coming up. Lover. So if you picked the center card, Scorpio, this is about evolving out of obsessive passion that harnesses obsessive passion that harms others, and self-destructive devotion. So it's obsession, okay? It wants to be matured into great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. It's about loving love and doing it because it feels good for you, not spinning into imbalance. You are whole. You need to be whole and find whole and re-whole first. You're not missing anything if you're not with someone. Re-whole first. Okay. Ooh, mystic. Fabulous. Mystic has come up many times throughout 2015. It is a very active archetype that wants to be matured in many people. So if you pick this card, Scorpio, this is about moving out of delusional rapport with the divine. So again, imbalance, moving into delusion, and moving into reveling in intimate union with the divine. This is about integrity, full, authentic connection with spirit, deep connection with the divine. Gorgeous. Scorpio, what a gorgeous reading. I wish you a wonderful holiday. So let's see what else we have for you this month. Let's look at your Dakini. Scorpio, welcome to the final component of your alchemy scope this month. You received number 32, Liquida. This is the Dakini Goddess from Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle, representing the embodiment for you to take on in order to flow with least effort and optimal bliss and flow. Liquida is literally water. She is the pure quality of the water element. I'm going to read two components here from Penny Slinger's information on Liquida. One is the Dakini transmission, and the other is the affirmation. Scorpio, the transmission for you for Liquida is this: Do you wish to swim in me? Do you want to feel what I am made of? Do you want to flow, undulate, merge with me? I do not move in water. I am water. To move within me, you must become fluid. Do not resist. Become one and flow with me. Scorpio, the affirmation for Laquita is this: I am fluid, mutable. I can adapt to any situation. I can change anything over time. I flow with the paths of least resistance. I have trust and surrender to the flow. Beautiful. Scorpio, I wish you fabulous holidays, and there will be more from me very soon. I'll talk to you soon. Lots of love. Bye.